Hello, guys. Welcome to the cult meeting. You knew I was going to do that. Um, I worked with a totem a while ago, and I had not wanted to work with her because there was this vegetarian chick on YouTube, and all due love and respect, but her idea was that anytime you got a vegetarian for a totem, that meant you were being told to be a vegetarian. So I stopped working with her, and she's one of those very placid totems that she didn't take it personally, and she knew. And she came back to me recently, and I was trying to ignore her, and I wasn't really sure if Loki had been aware. I'm sure he was, but he was acting like he hadn't been aware of that she'd approached me before. And I was starting to work with her again, and she was like all about slow down and, take your time and everything. And I said, no, I can't work with her. Most of my totems are either omnivores or they're carnivores. And I said, I don't want to work with her. You can't convince me she's my totem. And Loki's like, we're going in and we're swimming with them, and I'm going to prove this is your totem. So we go in the manatee exhibit, and we're swimming with the manatees. And I said, Loki, I know you have this almost magical faith in VR and in computer games in general, but I said, I want to teach you something about computer games. I said that I know this is going to hurt to learn this lesson, but I want you to see not everything is magical. So we swam past this one kind of cage area, and we swam past the piranha and kelp, and we settled down on a rock. And I said, now I know this is hard for you to learn, but they have very limited programming and behavior, and you'll see that they just swim in circles. Now, at first, the adults had followed me. They followed me to the bottom of the pool, and they followed me a little bit. But as I kept going further and further back, you would just hear these sounds. And I said, see, I don't like doing that to you, but I had to teach you that, this isn't this big spiritual woo. I hear this, and I'm looking up, and I'm like, that's rather close. I hear, and I look up, and coming through the gloom, coming past the piranha and through the seagrass, which seemed to make the adults nervous. I don't know why, but I guess their collision detection had finally kicked in. Little baby. So she wanted me to come back, and she flew into me, and she's nuzzling me, and I'm like, no. You can't be my totem. You're too cute. Get off me. And she's nuzzling into me and then singing. And then, how you saw they roll upside down and show you the little belly. So she rolls upside down and I see more belly. And she leads me back. And the adults that had been, a little bit just like, okay, whatever with me when I got into the exhibit, they're just coming up and giving me manatee kisses, and they all wanted nose pets. And I was like, this is weird, because you saw when I was swimming with them, I wasn't touching them. I was keeping my hands to myself. And when we'd first started this experience, nobody wanted pets except for the baby. Now they were all coming over and demanding pets and demanding belly rubs and everything else. And Lucky's like, what did I tell you? So I'm going to be working with manatee. And I said, I respect people for, they feel that if an animal's a vegetarian and you get that could be a sign to eat more vegetables or something. But at the same time, that doesn't mean if a hardcore vegan gets a hyena, that's a sign you have to go out and eat raw meat. So you kind of have to discern what of many messages the animal might be sending you. This wasn't go eat a vegetable. This was slow down. The process you're going through right now, you can't swim too fast. You have to slow down, and even though they put you on a time crunch for the health thing, I got it in the mail today. My deadline's the 12th. So I had to fax it, and I called in, and of course nobody at the office got back to me. They tell you it'll be 2 or 3 days before they get back to you. I'm like, well, they'll get back to me by the deadline. Hopefully. But they do this every year, and then you end up getting an extension till about the 20th or 21st, and hopefully you get everything sorted out. But it's the thing of trying to get a human being on the phone there. That's the hard part. So Manatee's like, you have to slow down. And you have to chill out. And Loki was very pleased. He said, I told you they're your totem. What is wrong with you? And I kind of looked at him. He's like, oh, I knew Manatee had come before. Manatee's usually too gentle a totem to really press things. Some totems, like Fox, are obnoxious. Fox saw this going on the last couple days, and Fox kept jumping in the front, like, hey, Fox! Fox here! Fox! You want a fox! You don't want a manatee! Manatees stink like seawater! I'm a fox! I smell great! Foxes smell very rather skunk-like is what foxes smell like. But Fox was like, Fox! And all the other animals know that. If you work with multiple totems, spirit animals, whatever you feel happy saying, you will have certain ones that think they need to take center stage. And Fox is like, Fox! But Manatee just comes over and goes, Bloof! Very gently, pushes Fox to the side. Like the females, like the cows, kept coming over and very gently giving me kisses and trying to nom on me and love me and be adorable. And everybody wanted their, their little nose touches, and everybody wanted their belly rubs and back rubs and touch my tail and hold my flipper. And it was all the love they little manatees can give you. So it was awesome. And I said to Loki, I said, everybody should have to get manatee therapy. It's awesome. It's the best thing. I've been trying to connect to Great White. And Great White always has this, it's okay, we can swim together, but I'm not for you thing. Not that Great White rejects you, Great White will swim with you, but at the same time, Great White's like, you're not one of mine. If you were one of mine, you'd be one of the most aggressive people on the planet. You'd have a plan. You'd be going for it. You belong over there with the manatees, is where you belong. I'm like, no! But Loki's like, yeah, you're not a Great White person. You're a manatee person. I'm sorry, dear, but those are your people. And Manatee comes over. So it was an experience. And you know that pink manatee he wanted? I went ahead and ordered it. We didn't get the gift card, but I said, it's okay. I think it's kind of a sign. I said we'll be okay because stuff ended up happening that I don't think I'll have to make a grocery order because we got that pizza and then my friends gave me food. So I said I'll get you the manatee. So I got him a manatee and I got him a little book. And he might get another present or so. He doesn't know. He's not sure yet, but there might be a Norse book for children coming. Shh. So yeah, you got manatee. Maybe you got 2 manatees. Maybe there's a blue one coming. Shh. So, don't tell Loki. I'm sure he knows, but don't tell Loki. So we're gonna go manatee crazy. And I was just gonna make a video for you guys about how when you get a totem animal, you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff with totem animal. Because then, it looks like you're running a Wild Safari store, whatever those stores are called. Wild Safari, Wild Republic, what are those stores called that used to sell the stuffed animals in the mall? I don't know. But yeah, then your house starts looking like but little manatee squeaks and squonks, and they kept giving me blinkies. And manatee blinkies are deadly to human willpower. They squeak, and then they give you this little blinky thing. And we've been binge reading Man vs. Manatee, and it's all these little manatee cartoons. And they had this one based on this vicious manatee attack. And this video has gotten over 1 million views of this vicious manatee attack. And this manatee came over and is like nomming on this guy's glove very gently. Being super, super gentle and very gently, like nomming on each finger and everything. And, they have teeth like a cow. If they wanted to bite hard, they could. But very gentle noms, very tiny noms, and playing with his hand like it was a toy. Very curious, because they're a very curious, gentle creature. Now, it upsets me, of course, that unfortunately animal abuse is also shown on YouTube, and I don't like that, but YouTube sucks sometimes. YouTube can show you the best humanity and the worst of humanity. But yeah, there are people that beat them up, and I'm like, you are picking on the one animal won't fight back. Because most sea animals won't. Most sea animals, even big things like great whites and that, if you hurt them by accident, they'll be terrified and off in the water like a shot. I would like to see them pick on something known to be a son of a bitch, like, I don't know, a honey badger, a Tasmanian devil, and get their ass kicked is what I like to see. Or just have like a special elite force of people that have these specially trained and enlightened honey badgers and Tasmanian devils that they travel the world and they find animal abusers and then let them out and let them get these people. So yeah, I'd like to see that. Or like let Yorgie or Fenny chew on them for a while. I'd like to see that. I don't like people that hurt animals. That's not cool. But yeah, it was something. Manatees wanted to work before. And Manatee just will give you your space in the water and let you think about things. When you're in that exhibit, sometimes the manatees give you your space. When I first swam away, I think they were actually like, they wanted to swim with me, but they were like, okay, we'll give you your space for about 20 seconds, and we're coming over to see you and love you because we miss you. And when that little baby came swimming through the piranhas and came swimming through the grass, I thought that was the bravest thing I ever saw. And she was squeaking at me and blinking at me, and then she did the upside down thing, bellies, and then she put this one little flipper forward. And then she was loving on me, and I'm like, no, this isn't fair. They sent the baby. I gave the mother's heck. I said, you sent the baby. You knew what would happen if you sent the baby. The mothers are like, yep, we sent the baby on purpose. So it's good. Manatee's a good totem to have. Manatee's always been a real sweetheart when we work. Manatee tries to get me to slow down. Fox can get kind of antsy and actually needs somebody to balance Fox out, because Fox can be bouncing off the walls and want to have fun and everything else. And Fox kind of knows when to take it easy, but it's more like Manatee and Bear that know when you need to rest, and they will come over and they will make you rest. Horse will do it too, but especially with Bear and Manatee, they're like, you have to slow down. That's why we're here. You have to slow down, hibernate a little, enjoy the sweet things in life. Be, grateful for wherever you are, whatever that is, and just slow down. Just be happy. So, I have Manatee now. I know that's a lot of videos for one day, but I was trying to fight Manatee, and how do you fight a totem that's so gentle that you don't actually want to do anything but try to run away from them, and they just keep following you going, ee, ee, ee. So, yeah, I got done in by Manatee. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.